Hi, I'm Tim Bryan, and welcome back to my channel, Thumbs Up Running. Now, today's topic was actually one of my friends had asked me to do this, about treadmill running. And so we're going to go over some of the etiquette, some of the things you need to do, and just some of the basics of how to run a treadmill. They've got so many programs on these machines that you can run through the Himalayas, it's like crazy stuff. But we're not worried about that so much. So now, things you got to remember when you're first starting out is you don't know who used this before you, unless you own it, say at your house, that is. So a lot of places will provide sanitary stuff, but just somebody else sweated on this thing, so I'm going to make sure that I wipe down all the stuff where I might be touching buttons and doing stuff, grabbing, just the basic areas where I might be, before we start. And when you finish, good etiquette maybe is that when you're done, wipe it down for the next person, just in case. It's up to them if they want to wipe it themselves, but as long as you know that it's clean. That's important. Also, before you get started, if you got a water bottle, they usually got places for that. You just set them right in there. Make sure you got some cold water for hydration. If you're going to watch a TV, make sure it's set up beforehand. Or you got your phone, your tablet, whatever it is. You set them in a place where it's convenient. Get it started and going so that you're not reaching for that type of stuff when you're actually running and get off balance or kind of change things a little bit. That everything you're going to be using during your workout is already set up. Now, another thing you need to know, when you're running on a treadmill, you're inside. When you're outside, you're running, either you got a breeze going on or just the fact that you're moving forward creates its own breeze, which is evaporative cooling that comes on you. And it kind of whisks the sweat away and it keeps you cooled down. You don't really have that benefit of that cooling process when you're on a treadmill. So, if you're at a gym, sometimes they have big fans overhead, make sure they're blowing really good. Or they might have those big box fans or something like that. Or adjustable ones where they can blow on you. This particular machine actually has a fan on it. And you got different speeds that you can do. And this blows right here, which is kind of nice. Because you need to have that cooling effect on you when you're running. Otherwise, you can quickly overheat and sweat maybe a little too much. You don't want to, you want to sweat, you want to work out, but you need to have, your core body temperature doesn't need to get up too high. That's not a good thing. Now, whenever you start, we got to remember that, we want to start out kind of slow. We don't want to just jump right into our race pace or run pace, whatever you want to do for workout. It's always good to slowly get the body up, warm it up, get it into it's warmed up and into its pace. Remember, we go through different, it takes 2.5 up to 5 minutes sometimes to bring ourselves out of some of the other energy systems that we use and bring us into our aerobic energy system where we're just using oxygen. If we go into that too quickly, like I explained in some of my other videos, we have to start borrowing oxygen that's coming in to replenish the extra energy that was used that didn't need oxygen. And then we're tired. So if we can ease into that point, which warms you up anyways and loosens off the muscles, then ease into it and then get into your workout. And the same thing at the end, when you're done, cool down. Slowly bring your speed down till you get to a walk and walk for a couple minutes before you actually stop and get off the treadmill. Now, one thing you need to know is that when you're running on a treadmill, with the tread moving and you're flat, it's actually easier than if you're out on the street. So to simulate the effort that you would be using on the street, you can take the incline and you can raise it up to 1%. And a 1% incline actually is the same effort as if you were on flat ground. So if you just remember that. Now, the other way you could counteract that, obviously, is you're going to have to go at a faster pace. to simulate the effort that you would be out on a street. So if you're usually running a 10-minute mile pace, you might need to be going down to a 9 or 9.5 minute mile pace on the treadmill to simulate the same effort. Now, some features that you have on treadmills, not all of them have it, but more and more the new ones do. Like right here, you can see these metal tabs right here. You grab onto these and hold on to those when you're running, and will show you your heart rate. Now, the importance of that is some people actually work out and it's not so much the speed or anything like that, they want to keep their heart rate in a certain target rate, and that gives you that you're working in the maximum range that you want to be in for effort. And it's a good way to do that. And if you want to learn more about that, you can contact me. Later on I'll let you know how. And you can coach around heart rate, or you can coach around effort and running. And there's so many different ways to coach, but that is definitely a legitimate way to work out. Now, again, you got these buttons, all different. On this treadmill has them, some don't. We're not going to be covering that. Look at your manual, because these are all kinds of different types of workouts that you can do, negative inclines, positive inclines. They have programs on there. You can run through the Himalayas, you know what I mean? Or hop down and go, and give efforts, and as if you're on a hill workout or you're working on rolling hills. So these treadmills are pretty complicated, some of them are, but we're not really too worried about that right now. Again, when you start, we're just going to kind of go slow here. But see how it starts on itself? Then I can take the plus button and I can move it up, fast. I can go to a fast walk. And now the question is, I wouldn't hold on to the sides, because that's kind of cheap. That's easy. It relieves your weight right there. If you have to hold on to the sides, you're going too fast. Just think of it that way. If you're constantly reaching over here and doing stuff, you don't want to be swinging the shoulders. I've told that before, because that moves the hips and gets your feet not where they're supposed to be at and throws you off balance. So when you get going, you got your fans set on you, you got your water set there. Wherever video, I would suggest if you're going to watch a video, you put it squarely in front of you. For here, my purposes, you might have a TV here, over here, up here. Anytime your head turns, your shoulders turn, and you're going to constantly be readjusting yourself on your walk. So think about that way. So try not to grab. The only time that you want to grab is if I'm grabbing right here and I'm getting my pulse. Otherwise, you need to be there practicing your thumbs up and being in good form when you're running. Slow ease into your run. Keep your run going there. And then ease back off at the end for a cool down. Gradually bring your heart rate down. Now, when you get started, this machine, some of them don't have it, but some do. They've got a little magnetic thing. It's a safety feature. What it is that kind of clicks in there. This clips onto wherever you want it. So, oops, if I accidentally started to fall off, watch how this thing pops, oops, and this shuts it off. It's just a little magnet, but just so in case you start to get in trouble and you get off balance, it's a little safety feature that shuts the machine down so that it's not constantly running and you're getting hit or getting hurt from the machine. So just remember that that's an important safety feature. It's not just something to be dangled down. Make sure that it is clipped on to you. Like I say, some of the older machines may not have that. They might have something else on there. But if they have a safety feature like that, that's what it is. It's a safety feature. Use it. So the main thing is that if you notice my speed button right here, incline buttons are right here. So reaching forward to touch them, up or down, shouldn't throw me off balance. That's what they've got them placed right there in line with your body. So it's okay to, hey, I want to have a little more effort. Push the incline up, raise it up. You should see the percentage going up here, 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is. And you're going to feel the effort increase. And when you're through with the workout, push the down button, it'll lower it back down. And then, of course, you got the plus and minuses for the speed. And that's pretty much it. Just ease into it, ease back after your workout is over. Make sure your fans are going to keep that evaporative cooling effect. Use your water. You always want to kind of stay hydrated, especially if you're going to go a longer run. And if you can just remember those basics and keep your form on when you're running, you're going to have success with treadmill running. So if you'd like to learn more about this, how to use one, how to use your heart rate, and different ways to work out, contact me at thumbsupforsuccess@gmail.com or go to my website, thumbsuprunning.wordpress.com. Thank you.